Have you ever done a science experiment and wondered what it'd be like if you did it big? I have.
Yeah!
My name is Phil, and I take your everyday science experiments and do them big. This is Science Max, Experiments at Large. Science Max! Today's episode is about friction.
How can I hang onto this rope without falling?
Can we reduce it so we can slide around?
I'm going towards the wall!
Can we increase it so I can climb a wall?
Ha ha! I did it!
Can I use it to fly? Yup! Friction, today on Science Max Experiments at Large.
Hey, Science Maximites, slippery. But that's okay, because today we're talking about friction. Friction is a force that is everywhere and happens when any one thing rubs against any other thing. We do lots of things to increase friction, like wear shoes with big treads on them. And we can do things to reduce friction, like the experiment we're doing today. We're gonna build a hover disc, and it's very easy. You take some cardboard and cut it into a circle, just like this. Then put a hole in the middle of the circle. You might want an adult to help you with that. And then take a plastic drink bottle cap, like this. I like to use the ones that you get on sport bottles because they have a little nozzle that pops open or closed. And then you glue it around the circle and you get this. Then you need a balloon. So you blow up your balloon. I know you know that step. And then twist the balloon so it doesn't get away from you. When it's nice and twisted, you can stick it over the drink bottle cap like this, and then untwist it. And this is why I like to use the plastic drink bottle caps that come from sport bottles, because you can open it when you want. And when you do, your disc rides on a cushion of air, reducing the friction with the table, and it's almost like it's sliding on ice. You can also use CDs if you want to do a different design. Just make sure you're using CDs you never want to listen to again. Now, if any of this is too fast, don't worry. You can always go to the Science Max website, where we have all of the instructions. And now, it's time to max it out. We're going to see if we can make a human-sized, rideable, low-friction hover disc. I'm going to the Ontario Science Centre, where hopefully I have an expert that can help me. Door is stuck. I think there's a little bit too much friction with it. Oh, that's got it.
Oh no, this isn't the Science Center. Did I go back in time again? Oh. It is the Science Center. Helena, hi.
Hey, Phil. You're here to see the hover disc.
Yes, please.
All right, come on, right this way.
So I made one in the lab that works pretty great. It's on cardboard and it has a balloon. The one you have here works on the same principle?
Yeah, it does. But you know what? My friend Russell has some ideas about making something like this, but even bigger.
Do you think we can make one big enough to ride?
Maybe, yeah.
All right, well, let's take a look at the one you have here. Oh, I see. Right, this one works the same as the one I made. It's really hard to move the disc, but if you add some air, it floats like a dream.
There we go.
Great, so let's ride it.
Whoa, Phil, not this one, the one upstairs. You can ride that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Should we bring this one just in case?
No, it's a little heavy. I think we can leave it there.
What if we need it for reference?
No, I'm sure we'll be okay.
It is pretty heavy.
Yeah,
but...
come on, let's go. Russell's waiting.
Are you sure we won't need it?
I'm positive.
Okay, but if we have to come back, I get to say I told you so.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, Ramona, you change your hair? Yeah, it's nice. It's like doing this now. Because but now it's, yeah, I like it. You should give me the name of your guy, because I wanted to, oh, hey, how are you? You ever think to yourself, no matter what I do, I can't seem to get anywhere. I can't get enough traction? Well, you, my friend, need some more friction. Which one of these two shoes has more friction? Take a closer look. Huh? Right, bam. This one doesn't have a lot of treads. It doesn't have a lot of friction. But this one, it's got metal spikes on the bottom. This is called a cleat, and the spikes are for helping you grip onto the grass when you're playing soccer or golf, increasing its friction. Why do you think skis are smooth on the bottom? Come on, look at that. It's so smooth and glidey. My hand I can barely even touch the surface. It just slides right off. It's sort of glidey and smooth. They're smooth to help you glide across the snow, reducing their friction. Why doesn't this box slide down this ramp? Friction. This roller skate has wheels. Wheels reduce friction. But when I push the roller skate, how come it doesn't just keep rolling forever and ever and ever and ever? And going all the way around the world and writing a memoir. Say it with me. Friction. Louder. Friction. Can't hear you. Friction. Little too loud. Friction. Ease it back. Friction. How can I hang onto this rope without falling? Friction. How can I jump down on the floor without falling over? Friction. And now you know your friction. Your friction. Your friction. Come on. Uh-oh. Oh, Ramona, the friction sign is broken. Reset. Uh-oh.
The plan is to take our small hover disc and make one big enough to ride. So I'm off with Helena to another part of the Science Center to meet Russell, who has some ideas on how we can do it.
Oh, hey, Russell.
Hey, hi, Helena. Hey, Phil. How you doing, Russell?
How you doing, Phil?
So this is the hover disc.
This is our small hover disc, yes.
How does it work?
Well, obviously you sit on here,
right.
Air will go into here. It gets vented through all these separate holes here, so we get an airflow over the entire area. Hopefully this will work to pick someone up. All we need is...
Air.
Oh, well, that's easy, because the small one worked like this, so we just put the balloon on, right?
I hope you got the pump.
Okay, so we put the balloon on the... hold on. Larger balloon!
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Okay. Uh-oh, twist it so it doesn't...
He's losing his air.
Okay. All right. On you get.
You grab
Right.
one side, I'll grab the other.
Okay, here we go.
Go. It doesn't...
Still way too much
It doesn't
friction
feel
on
like
No.
it still feels pretty frictiony. I think we might need something more than a balloon. So what do we do?
Well, I think we need more consistent air going through here.
Okay. So not a balloon.
Not a balloon, something, I don't know, opposite to a vacuum cleaner?
Opposite to a vacuum cleaner. That would be
Like a leaf blower.
Like a leaf blower.
a leaf blower.
Right?
High five.
Yeah.
Awesome idea.
Yeah, leaf
so
blower it is.
why don't we make a couple larger discs and we'll hook some leaf blowers to them and we'll see what happens.
Definitely give it a go.
Okay, great. Carbon is an atom and is the basic building block of all life as we know it. You, me, all plants, all animals are carbon-based life forms. Other things are made of carbon too. Diamonds are carbon, coal is carbon, even pencil lead isn't lead, it's graphite, which is carbon. If you were to take all the carbon atoms in your body, you could fill 9,000 pencils. Of course, kind of prefer my carbon where it is.
Our low-friction hover disc still had way too much friction. One of the problems that Russell mentioned is that the balloon just wasn't giving enough air. But then, Helena had the idea of using a leaf blower instead. The plan now is to make a leaf blower-powered disc by starting with a big circle of wood, cutting a hole in the wood where the air will come through, and then covering the bottom with a tarp that has many holes cut out of it for the air to escape. Because leaf blowers are made to push lots of air, hopefully there'll be enough for me to ride it.
Well, this is the business. Look at
That's
this.
amazing.
It's good, right?
Oh, yeah, I love the
So-
tube, you know, high volume of air through that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a dryer vent I just found it in the lab. And then this, of course, is leaf blower. So I get on here, and then Helena, if you want to turn it on.
Yeah.
So once we fire it up, the air coming out from the bottom of the disc raises me up, and I float on a cushion of air.
I can't control it!
Because the friction between the disc and the floor is so low, I end up floating wherever Helena and Russell push me.
I'm going towards the wall!
It's like human air hockey.
Okay.
It's a bit unstable. Do you want to turn it off?
Wow, that worked amazing.
Not too much control, though.
I have no control whatsoever.
Yeah, no.
But this is great. So so we have the no friction
Yes.
down pat. I feel we need some way to actually move.
Well, something to push you along. I was thinking as you're going, like, you need like a broom or something.
A broom. Okay, yeah. What if we do like something low friction, like a broom, and something high friction, like that we could really sort of stick on the ground?
Yeah.
Yeah.
works for me.
And then we could build two of them, and we would have two discs and two ways of moving them.
Are we gonna race?
And we can race! Yeah! Okay,
Yeah.
race. That's what we're gonna do. Here is an experiment you can do at home with friction. This is a toy boat. Yes, you guessed that right. And this is a wooden plank. Correct, that's 2 for 2. I put the boat on the ramp and watch what happens. Nothing! The reason why is because the friction between the boat and the ramp is enough to counteract the force of gravity trying to pull it down. But watch what happens if I raise the ramp to the right height, the boat slides down because the friction isn't enough and gravity pulls it down. But when we change surfaces to this carpet, let's see what happens. Same angle, I can raise it higher, 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 because there's more friction between the carpet and the boat than there was between the wood and the boat. Now, if you're thinking that we're just gonna do it with a small ramp, you're wrong. Because of course we're gonna max it out. Hey, Helena,
Hey.
this is amazing.
Thanks, I made it myself.
Wow,
Ready to climb it?
absolutely. Here we go.
Way to go.
Huh? No problem. So that was very easy.
Well, that's probably because the friction from your shoes is high enough so you don't slip.
Right, and the friction from my clothes is much lower, which is why I could slide down.
Right.
So how do we make it more difficult?
We'd probably have to make it higher.
All right, let's make it higher.
With the ramp at a steeper angle, I'll need more friction to climb up.
All right,
Ready?
I'm totally ready. Here I go. You try.
Okay, hold my drink. Here we go. Oh,
Oh, so clearly we are not getting enough friction between our shoes and the ramp at this angle.
we should add some carpet because carpet would add some more friction between our shoes and the ramp.
All right, let's add carpet. Sorry, here's your drill.
Thanks.
All right, carpet.
Yeah?
Same angle.
Yes.
And why have we done this?
More friction.
More friction. Let's give it a try.
Hey, way to go.
Totally able to climb the ramp. So, what do we do now to make it harder?
Make it higher.
Make it higher. Wow, it's really steep.
I don't think you're gonna make it.
Sure, if I take a really good run at it, I think I can do it.
I don't think so.
Well, there's one way to find out. No.
No.
Okay, so I can't do it. Is that it?
Well, how about Velcro,
Wow.
right? It'll give you more friction, so you can try climbing with this. We'll give you Velcro knee pads, Velcro shoes.
Velcro. Velcro handholds, Velcro knee pad, Velcro on my shoes, helmet for safety, Velcro fill, Velcro dance. Okay, you ready?
Ready?
All right, here we go. Ha ha, I did it! Creating friction between me and this ramp means I can stay up here for as long as I... No. No. Velcro. No. No.
Phil, you okay?
Velcro! Friction! Your turn.
No.
Our hover disc worked well. So well that we decided to build another. If we have 2 hover discs, then we can race them using different kinds of friction to push them along. Something that has low friction, like a dust mop, and something that has higher friction, like a pole with rubber balls at the end. Rubber has great friction. That's why we make car tires and the treads of our shoes out of rubber.
Okay, we have a giant race course that we've set up. We've got 2 low-friction hover discs, and I'm gonna use the low-friction dust mop version to propel my hover disc. And Helena, what do you have?
I have the high-friction rubber ball stick.
Start your engines! On your marks, get set, and go!
And we're off. Remember, Helena and I are using very different methods to get our hover discs moving. I'm using a low-friction dust mop, and Helena is using high-friction rubber balls. As you can see, my low-friction dust mop doesn't make enough friction with the ground for me to push myself. Helena, on the other hand, is having no problems.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Go ahead! You can beat him! He's way back! Oh! Bit further! Bit further! He's way back in for the win! It's Helena!
Jay crosses the...
Yes!
And then we have our winner.
Yes, over the finish line. It feels way back over there.
Oh, man.
I'm still stuck at the second turn. Way to go, Helena.
Thank
Nice.
you.
So what was the strategy? How did it work?
Well, pretty much while I was using those red balls, I was getting friction, helping me steer.
You know what? I think we need a little bit more thrust. That would work even better if we had something pushing us even harder.
Definitely.
Wait. I have an idea. Wait, I need your help. Come on. I'm at iFly Toronto indoor skydiving to talk to you about friction. That's Mike. He's gonna help me out. Okay, here we go.
Unfortunately, we can't hear what Phil is saying because there's too much wind. It looks like he's trying to tell us something about the friction. Yes, he's saying the friction from the air rushing up in the chamber is enough to counteract the force of gravity, which is why he's able to float or swim or whatever he's doing. Now it looks like he might be saying even something like air can have a lot of friction if it's going fast enough. And the air in this chamber is going fast, which is why we can't hear a word he's saying. Oh, well, he seems to be having fun. So how important is friction? Well, let's say I'm out for a drive. Car tires need friction to grip onto the road. Without it, my car wouldn't be able to turn at all. But that's nothing. Without friction, the bolts holding the wheels on the car wouldn't work. In fact, none of the bolts, screws, or glue on the car would work, and nothing would stop moving or stick to anything else. Even the trees would blow away with the slightest breeze. Friction is everywhere, and without it, nothing would work.
Okay, hover disc race round 2. This time we decided to have a little bit more thrust, so Helen and I are going to be using fire extinguishers. Now, do not use fire extinguishers at home. Fire extinguishers have a very important purpose, and it's not for this, but we've got these ones special. Are you ready, Helena?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. Russell?
So, racers, start your engines. And go!
Using fire extinguishers gives us a lot of thrust. But because the discs we're riding on don't have any friction, wherever we point ourselves, we just keep going in that direction, which makes steering very difficult. Cars grip onto the road and can go around corners thanks to the friction of their wheels. When you have no friction, it's kind of like moving on an ice rink.
Oh no! I'm out! Yeah! High five! Yeah! High five! Yeah! Okay, wait. Oh, I ran out of fire extinguisher at the end there, so I had to cheat a little bit. So 1 for you, 1 for me, and all of them for friction.
Or the lack of friction.
Or the lack of friction. Science Max, experiments at large. What do we do next? Larger fire extinguishers?
I think so.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
See you next time. I know where we can get some, actually. We can go, if we go to the fire extinguisher store where we got these fire extinguishers, we can get like a rack of extinguishers.
Science Max is a show where we take small experiments and do them big. If you want to try these experiments yourself, go to our website for instructions. But not all the experiments on Science Max are the kind you should try at home. This one, yes. This, no. Try this, don't try this. A big yes, a big no. I don't know how you could possibly do this one at home. And remember, if you're ever not sure, ask an adult. Thanks for watching Science Max Experiments at Large.
Carbon is an atom that is the basic building block of all life as we know it. You, me, I hit myself in the head with the friction sign. That's more of an impact, not friction, really. How can you destroy my life anymore? Set, huh?
Have you ever done a science experiment and wondered what it'd be like if you did it big? I have. My name is Phil, and I take your everyday science experiments and do them big. This is Science Max, Experiments at Large. Science Max! Taking something flimsy and making something strong.
Whoa, pasta bridge!
We build things out of pasta, sand, and paper to show how you can use science to make something strong out of something weak.
Dry sand, wet sand, science sand.
It's all how you build it. Today on Science Max, Experiments at Large.
Oh, hi, Science Maximites. Have you ever been eating pasta and wondered, what could I build with this? Could I build something that could hold an impressive amount of weight? Well, I have, and that's what we're gonna do today on Science Max Experiments at Large. But we're not gonna use cooked pasta because it's too delicious. We're gonna use uncooked pasta, which is less delicious, but it's great for building. We're gonna make a pasta bridge. Here's how you do it. First, you wanna start with a plan. And then you want to take your pasta, I'm saying pasta, but of course spaghetti is usually the best thing to use, and lay it out on your plan. The reason you have a plan is so that you can make sure all of the spaghetti is exactly the right length. Lay it out on your plan, perfectly aligned like that. There. And now it's time to glue it all together. Now you can use white glue, but it takes a long time. So I suggest a hot glue gun, but make sure you get an adult's permission before you use one of these, okay? So you take your plan, you lay it out, you glue it up. Don't glue it on the paper because that will be bad. And you will end up with your truss, and it looks just like this. Now remember, you want 2 sides because those are the sides of your bridge. And as you can see, I've used several strands of pasta because that'll make it a little bit stronger. Once you have your trusses, it's time for the next part of the plan. This is the roadway, and it works the same way. Lay out your pasta, glue it up, and bam, there it is. Now, you put your trusses on your roadway, and you glue them all together, and you also want to put some struts along the top here, probably, to keep it nice and rigid. In the end, you will end up with a fantastic looking pasta bridge. Pretty good, huh? Pasta bridge. No other bridge could claim to be 100% pasta. Minus the glue. 99.8% pasta. 0.2% glue.
I say there, Captain. Set sail. Set sail for the land of pasta bridges.
Now, if that was pretty fast for you, don't worry. All the instructions are gonna be on our website. Now, a bridge isn't a bridge unless it spans a gap, because that's what bridges are for. So you put your pasta bridge up there across the books like that, and then you can see just how much weight the bridge holds. It's pretty impressive. If you build it right, even something as flimsy and as delicate as pasta can hold quite a bit of weight. I like to use big, heavy blocks and put them in the middle where there is no support from the books whatsoever, and just keep adding heavy things and see how much weight the bridge will hold before it breaks. How much will it hold? Well, I'm not gonna tell you. That's where you get to be science maximites and find out for yourselves. And now, we're gonna max it out. Today on, oh, my pasta. Today on Science Max Experiments at Large, we're gonna be looking at how fragile things can become strong if you build them right. We're also gonna be maxing out the pasta bridge experiment to see if we can make one that's strong enough to hold me. You think we can do it? I know I have no idea, but I'm going to the Center for Skills Development and Training to find out. Oh, hey, Kyle.
Phil.
How you doing?
Great, thanks.
Awesome. This is Kyle. He's got a master's in civil engineering. Did you want some pasta?
I'm good.
I can go back and get some more.
Really, I'm good.
Okay. So what does a civil engineer do?
Well, a civil engineer builds the world around us. Talk about our homes, keeping us warm in the winter, our roads, hey, even our bridges.
Bridges, that's fantastic, because that's what I need your help with. I want to max out the pasta bridge.
Awesome.
I want to make one big enough that I can walk across it.
Okay, that's never been done before.
I know, right? You think we can do it?
We're gonna need a lot of help to do that.
We don't need help. All we need is a lot of pasta, which I have. Ha-ha!
Nice.
What do you say?
Yeah, let's give it a shot.
Okay, we'll give it a shot. Why don't we just take some to start, and then...
In order to max out our pasta bridge, the idea is to take many, many strands of pasta and just keep gluing them together so the long beams of pasta in our giant bridge is nothing but many, many regular-sized strands of pasta. Here's where we were after 20 minutes of gluing.
There, that's nice.
Yeah, I think this piece is done.
Okay, so how does it work? Is it strong? Whoa.
Well, let's give it a go, eh? Yeah, I think this will hold.
Great! So we just need to build a few more of these then, right?
Yeah, that's right.
How many more?
212 more.
212 of these.
More.
212, but it took us like 20 minutes to make this one.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess so. I mean, this is Science Max Experiments at Large. That's what we do. We just keep building, and, you know, I don't have any plans for the next while, so we can...
Phil.
Yeah.
I think that there's a better way of doing this.
I would be delighted to know there's a better way. It'd be faster than this.
Much faster.
Sure, let's do it.
Awesome.
I'm just gonna put the pasta back in the bag because it'll
Phil,
get stale.
You don't have to do that.
No, but it'll get stale.
Phil, I'm gonna call in one of my friends. We're probably gonna need some more help with this.
Oh man, that's a great idea. Sorry, that's a great idea because
Yeah.
Because at least we could get your friend to help clean up.
Better sandcastles in 80 seconds.
Building sandcastles is fun, but you can't use dry sand because it doesn't stay up very well. You have to use wet sand. But even if you use wet sand, it doesn't hold a lot of weight. But if you use sand with the power of science, it does hold the weight. Dry sand, wet sand, science sand. Here's what's going on. Say these ping pong balls are grains of sand. When they're dry, they don't hold together very well. That's why you can't build a sandcastle out of dry sand. But if you get the sand wet a little bit, the grains of sand will hold together a little better because of the surface tension of the water. That's why it's easier to build a sandcastle with wet sand, but they still won't hold much weight. But if you add something that creates even more friction between the grains of sand, like say this sandpaper, it will hold the weight. So here's what you do. Take window screen and cut it into circles. Make sure you get an adult's permission first, okay? Deal? Put in a layer of sand, pack it down, and put in a circle of window screen. And a layer of sand, pack it down, circle of window screen. Then, you guessed it, layer of sand, pack it down, circle of window screen. The window screens are gonna add more friction between the grains of sand and will make your sand castle strong. Strong with the power of science. And then you can put lots of weight on it. And there you go. Sand with the power of science. Okay, I had to max it out. Let's see how strong science sand really is. Huh? Science!
Our pasta bridge was going to take a long time to build out of individual pieces. So we have a new plan.
Hey, Michaela.
Hey, Phil.
How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. This is Michaela. She's an undergrad in industrial engineering, right?
I am.
And you and Kyle have a new plan for how we can build our pasta bridge that's not gonna look like this.
Oh, man.
This is the best that Kyle and I could do with 20 minutes.
Okay, well, I have better.
Good, I'm glad. How are we gonna do it?
So, instead of that, we're gonna try something like this.
Oh, okay. This is sort of like a giant burrito kind of thing, right?
Yep,
But we're going to build the bridge out of this.
exactly.
We're gonna make it longer though?
Yep, we're gonna make it 8 feet long. We have this long pole, right?
Yep.
And we have sheets of this pasta. We're gonna put them on the diagonal,
Okay.
and we're gonna roll it, but we're gonna start from this corner, and we're gonna keep rolling.
And don't
All
forget
right?
to add water.
And we gotta add water.
I'll add the
'cause-
water.
Okay.
Adding water, just like this?
Yep. It helps the pasta to stick together. So as we're rolling, we're rolling, we're rolling. We're gonna keep doing this with a bunch more sheets so that it gets really, really long, like 8 feet long. And when we're finally done rolling, we gotta spray it with some varnish,
Yep.
and so it all holds together.
Great, and then it's gonna be about this thick
Yeah,
when we're finished with it.
exactly.
This is going to be one of the parts of the deck of our bridge.
Great, so each one of these large pieces is gonna be like one single strand of pasta and the little bridge we made.
Yeah,
We need a lot of these.
a lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
Still, it's a lot faster than doing it piece by piece with just the spaghetti.
Oh,
Every time I hold it up, you make that noise.
oh, oh, oh.
Awesome. The shape of something makes a big difference in how strong it is. Get some toilet paper rolls and put them in a square, and then stack books on top of them. They can hold weight. Thing is, they can actually hold a lot more weight than you probably think. In fact, the amount of weight just paper in a tube can hold is really kind of impressive. Ha ha! And now, let's max it out. Bill's weight on 2 toilet paper rolls. Nope. Bill's weight on 4 toilet paper rolls. Nope. Bill's weight on 6 toilet paper rolls. Nope. Bill's weight on 10 toilet paper rolls. Huh? can be supported by 10 toilet paper rolls. But what if Phil jumps? Didn't really work.
Kyle and Michaela's plan is to use a long pole and sheets of uncooked pasta. We roll the pasta around the pole and spray it with a little varnish. We roll sheets and sheets of pasta along an 8-foot long pole, making many layers of pasta. Then we wait for it to dry and remove the pole. What we have is an 8-foot long hollow tube of pasta that becomes a single piece of the bridge. Then we attach a bunch of these pieces together and use more sheets of pasta to glue them into the shape we used for our small pasta bridge.
We're making our giant pasta bridge by wrapping sheets of pasta around and around the poles using the technique we just had, making a whole large pole out of many, many, many sheets of pasta rolled around each other. And we've made a giant truss. Look at this. This is great, guys.
It's looking pretty good.
Yeah. If I hit it, you think it'd stay together?
No, stop.
What?
This is pasta, not steel. It's only made to just hold you.
Kyle, what do you think are the chances that this is gonna hold me when we build it?
Something like 50-50?
Not bad. Michaela, what do you think?
I'm gonna hope for the best.
Hoping for the best. That's exactly the kind of gray area we like to work in at Science Max Experiments at Large. Experiments at Large, I don't know if anybody's even ever done this before.
Not to my knowledge.
I don't think so.
Which is why we have no idea if it's going to work. Okay, so one more of these, because these are the sides.
Yep.
Roadway, and then the top.
Yep.
All right, let's do it.
While we're waiting, it's a good moment to point out one of the things that makes our bridge really strong. That is triangles. As you can see, the truss, or the side of our bridge, is really just 3 big triangles. Triangles are very strong shapes to build with, and they work great in bridges. Now it's time for Science So Simple, a caveman could do it. This is a caveman. Today we are going to teach this caveman how to build a strong structure. Here are some boxes. Go on and build a shelter, and I'll come back and see how it worked out. No, that's not right. You need to build walls by stacking boxes on top of each other. That's how you build. Understand?
Oh, yeah.
I'll come back later and see how it worked out.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Does that look right to you?
Yeah.
Look at those boxes. They're stacked on top of each other. But if they are in tall stacks, what would happen if you push on the wall? You see? Walls don't stay up if you build like that. Let's try again. I'll help you this time. First, lay out the foundation, where your wall should go. Good. Now let's make the second level. No, don't put it right on top. You need to stack in between. That's how you make a strong wall. Okay, I'll come back later. Nice work. Why don't you give it a try? Looks strong, but you forgot a box. Join us next time when we talk about how to make a door.
Building a door in a wall is hard, because how do you make a big gaping hole in your wall without your wall falling over? Well, people have come up with lots of ways to put doors and windows in walls made of stone blocks over the centuries. And you can do this at home with books like I'm doing, or with building blocks. Just go up until you're happy with the height, and then stack each next layer a little closer to the middle until the final layer touches just like this. And then you take a big heavy book and you drop it right on top. And it's pretty stable. And you've just made a doorway. It works even better if it's part of a wall because you want extra weight on the outside of these books here. So of course, I had to build one that was part of a whole wall. This is the same corbelled arch built out of little building blocks. And as you can see, I went closer and closer together until it meets at the top, and it is very strong. Whoa. Ha-ha! Now, let's max it out.
The kind of arch we're building is a corbelled arch. And the Science Max build team and I are using pieces of wood cut to different lengths.
How high can it go? We can use my head to, no, okay, wait.
It takes a while to get together, but once it's done, it looks just like the kinds of doorways stone buildings had in ancient times.
Ta-da! There you go, a maxed out corbelled arch. We went straight up until we got to these layers, and they got a little bit closer and closer to the middle until the last piece is one big solid piece. And if we built this right, it should be strong enough to hold me up. Yeah! Science! Woo-hoo! Well, it held me up for a minute, didn't it?
We rolled our pasta and constructed one truss. Now we've made a lot more rolls of pasta and connected them all together to make a second truss and a roadway, as well as the cross braces on top. And when we get it all together, we end up with...
Whoa! Pasta bridge!
Pasta bridge!
We did it! We built it. We have no idea how long it will stay up, but it's up. It's doing its bridge thing for now, anyway. I am very excited because, as far as we know, I'm the only one to try to cross a bridge made out of pasta. What do you guys think?
I think I don't want you to be the last person to cross a pasta bridge.
You're absolutely right, but I'm gonna do it. I think we're ready. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Oh no! That doesn't bode well for our pasta bridge. What happened here, Kyle?
You put all your weight in the middle of the joist. It snapped.
If only there was a way to distribute your weight. Maybe if you crawled?
Do like the military style kind of.
Oh, right, so that I'm putting my weight on more than one spot.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, wait a minute. That gives me an idea. You guys stay right there. I know what to do. I know what to do. I know what to do.
You're coming back, right?
Skis distribute your weight over a large area so you don't sink in the snow. That's what skis do, which is perfect for the pasta bridge.
Come on.
Okay,
Come on.
Carefully.
Is it working?
It's working.
I hear some cracking.
This might do it.
Try to spread your legs apart.
Spreading my legs apart.
Distribute your weight.
Distributing my weight. It's swaying a lot.
Oh, man.
Whoa. Crossing the pasta bridge. Woo, high fives. There you go. Science Max, experiments at large, pasta bridge, skis. What more could you want? Maybe a pasta chairlift of some sort. Science! Wear it. It is the fashion accessory of the year. I want to travel down it. Should have made it bigger. Science! 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 How long do I hold this piece for?
A long time.
Guys? Guys? This isn't fun anymore, guys.